cast and crew Falling. Give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. You are a first-time director, so brand new to the entertainment business, so to speak. Let me ask you a question. Where is this being made in relation to like last year? Weren't you up for an award last year, a major award in our business?
Yes, I was. I was preparing this movie.
At the same time?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, so most people would be content with like, holy crap, the Oscars, but instead you're building toward the future at this point.
Well, I'd already committed to these guys, and there were some people who put some money in the movie, so I had to kind of stick around and finish it.
Live up to it.
Yeah.
Take us into it. As I hear its personal story, where's Falling come from?
It's inspired by my parents, my mother first of all, and then the dynamic she had with my dad. It's not really their story, but the feelings, you know, the tension between them is kind of inspired the story. And, you know, it was just tried for a few years. I had a couple of false starts, but finally found the money and made it.
Most directors I've found throughout my entire career, just as a person watching a movie and person in the movie business, any director that aggregates from actor to director does a wonderful job because you sit behind so many different directors over the course of a career and you get to aggregate a style. Go like, I would do that, I wouldn't do that. What was it like to step up to the plate, be the person in charge?
I enjoyed it. It wasn't that different because I'm pretty nosy anyway as an actor. I'm always like, well, why are you doing that? Why are you using that lens? Or like, go, your job, you're an actor. You act, I shoot with the camera. No, but I'm always interested in what the clothes are, what the lighting is, and how they put together a story. So I always like to watch and ask questions. The only difference was that now people were asking me questions.
Right,
so how are we going to do this? I'm like, I don't know. How do you want to do it? No. I did have a plan, and we managed to pull it off. And we had a good time, even though it was a hard material.
You kind of nailed it. Directing is a job of answering questions. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
People are looking to you for like, I need a piece of information right now, and you're supposed to be the one that's like, oh, I know where this is going. Did you always feel in control? Or no?
No, I had days where I would just go home and go. Yeah, but
back to acting.
No, just I have to. Not even that, but just out of show business altogether.
Right.
But no, but you do know you have to finish.
That bad?
It. Yeah. There was a couple days, but then I found out later that Lance also had days like that, didn't you? Didn't you think that a couple times?
Oh God.
This will be my last.
No, yeah, I don't want to act. Oh yeah. I don't want to act anymore. Is what it felt like, you know. And one night we were smoking cigarettes out. He doesn't smoke anymore, but we were smoking cigarettes.
Good cover.
Random.
Yes, but a good factoid.
Anyway,
for someone watching at home, but he better not be smoking.
We're both going, oh man, I don't want to act anymore after this. This is it. And he said, I don't want to direct anymore. This is it. It was like, it was so tough. I mean, it was really tough. And
we recovered though.
Nothing worth doing is easy. I'm no kidding. I mean, that's true. So I have a friend for life now, and he was the director, the writer, an actor in it, and a producer. And it's like saying, I'm not going to win this argument. Why not? Just let it go. Let it go. You know, but he's a very kind fella too, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sure.
What do you think? Do you ever want to work with him?
Not so much, no.
You, sir, are an absolute icon, man. You've been doing it for as long as I've been watching it, and you are...
He's talking to you.
Yes, I am, of course, looking right to him, to you. What was it like to be handed this script? Normally, you have to deal with, I'm a robot, or I'm dealing with
it took 2 years.
Yes.
2 years before we started, he got a hold of me. We had worked on Appaloosa together. And he came to my house and he brought me a box of books that he had published. So he's not only, you know, he's a publisher too. I mean,
a writer, this guy.
I was so scared because I had read the script and I went, holy I don't know if I can pull this off. You know, I mean, you always get that feeling somewhere in you. And until you start, I don't mean start shooting, till you start revealing some of the things.
Explain that. What do you mean?
Well, revealing it, like if I said to him, look, I know this might sound crappy, but the guy is awful mean all the time. I mean, you know, you say something.
Right.
And then you start talking about it even more, and you realize he's in trouble, he's in pain, he doesn't know what he's doing. And he does only when he comes out of the fog of rage, because he's afraid he's going to die. He wants to stay on his farm. That's it.
Right.
I love my horses. That's all I got. That's it.
You play him.
Yeah, I play
him.
I play the younger version of Willis.
You're
Yes.
What is it? Do you study the actual man himself? Do you
Me and
got together?
yeah, me and Viggo went out to the desert and said hi to Lance in
lives
his
in
home.
a shack in the middle of the desert, surrounded by rocks and ravens.
Yeah.
And the first time I went to visit him, there's
Why do
actually
you have to tell people that?
The Ravens is a really dark touch, man.
No, it's beautiful. I get there. He says, just pull out. It took me forever to find all these weird roads. And then there's actually two houses. It's not a shack. It's a nice house. But it's, from the outside, it's very modest looking. And then there's another one identical to it just down the slope, twice as big. And then there's a black car parked there.
A nice car.
And there's this ticking sound. So when I touch it, it's like still warm. I'm like, he's here somewhere.
He's here.
And then there's all these, the house on the left, there's all these ravens going, and then I'm looking at them and he goes, hey! And I look and there he's down at the bottom of the other house. Come and see my stuff. He's a potter. So I go in this house and it's a factory of ovens and plates and beautiful stuff.
My pottery is 5,000 square feet.
It's unbelievable. Twice as big as his house. And then
Really?
we go up to his house and we're all these ravens there and we're walking through and they're going like that. And he goes, don't worry, they're just hungry. And I'm thinking, that's not like calming.
Reassuring, yeah.
And that's how it started.
What an awesome beginning to the relationship and stuff. And what a storyteller you are, man. You just set the scene. I was there with you as you described it. I was very much hooked. Ladies, what are you doing in this proceeding? Starting there.
So I am Willis's second wife. The first one did not last too long, and Jill stayed
like the
with.
horsewoman?
Yeah, the horsewoman.
Right, a snake on fire, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, I am the snake on fire. I was playing the snake on fire. Yeah, and I think just to say something about Jill, she came in his life later after he had John and Sarah, so the two little kids. So
Laura
she kind
Linney
of
plays Sarah, my sister.
Excellent choice.
yeah. So she kind of has to step into this family that's already existing and watches the way that Willis is talking to his kids and bites her tongue sometimes, but eventually has to be like, that's enough of that.
So you guys,
I'm not playing a hedonist.
you're not playing what?
I'm not playing a hedonist.
Right.
I had 2 children and we raised them to a certain point, and then what happened?
And then you throw them out in
Now
the
I wanna
cold,
know.
out in the snow.
What happened to your children?
You had enough of me. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You play
And
the
then
first wife. For both of you, what is it like playing
Lance's
the past?
wife.
Do you ever get to cross over? You don't get to cross over with the current version of the
No,
movie.
just through memory.
Yeah, yeah. What is that like?
To be a memory?
Yes.
It's romantic.
Smoky.
And you were playing Viggo's man in the movie?
Yeah, Viggo and I are husband and husband. We've been together for 12 years, and we're the modern, contemporary version of the family. Yeah, it was a great experience, to have the auteur and director and lead as, someone that you could rely on and support, which Viggo was all the time, was incredibly efficient. Anything that came up, we just reference Viggo. It's such a personal story, and it was a great opportunity to tell a beautiful, haunting story.
And anything that didn't work was also my fault.
As
Yes.
well.
Absolutely.
You did something which I've always wanted to do my whole career, and he's completely underused. You cast Cronenberg as an actor.
He's good, isn't he?
He's wonderful. For years, Nightbreed, he's one of the creepiest people who's ever been put on film and stuff. He played a bad doctor in that movie. He plays a proctologist in this movie. Hopefully he didn't wear a mask while it was going on.
I know all about it.
Yeah.
Very
he's-
intimate relationship with David Cronenberg.
Cronenberg's extremely method. And he brought his own rubber gloves.
Gloves and everything. You've worked with him as a director a couple times. Were you able to take something from him into your work?
Yeah, I mean, he's a director who definitely does that. He welcomes ideas, and he may just say, that's the dumbest thing I've heard all week, but thank you.
But he'll say it in a
bringing
Canadian
it.
way where
Yes.
you're like, I think he complimented
He
me.
was very polite,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
put down, yeah. No, he's probably the best storyteller that I've worked with, and it was wonderful. When I asked him, I said, I mean, it's not like a favor. I just actually think you'd be great in this part. If you think it would be fun, he said, he read it. He says, absolutely, I'd love it.
Also
He says,
nice-
what color are? He asked me, what color are the gloves?
Did he say that? He's
I
that
said,
method.
well, what color would you like them to be?
I think he said, who else is in the scene with me? And he told him it was me. And he said, no, you're going to have to pay me.